Hello, everybody, and a very good God morning to each and every one of you. Great to be here today,
And
sweetheart.
it's always wonderful spending our mornings just for a few
Yes.
minutes with each and every one of you.
The other day, we were talking about our worship as a weapon of warfare. Because the truth of the matter is that there is a fight going over our lives. And we need to realize, family, that the enemy is going for our thoughts. He's going for our mind. He's going for our heart. He's going for our emotions. But we're here to tell you today that worship is a powerful weapon to pull down every stronghold of the enemy.
That's right,
And of
because the
course,
Bible says, because the weapons of our warfare
are
are mighty
not carnal.
to the pulling
Yes,
down of strongholds.
that's
So
right.
every stronghold that may be coming against you, we have weapons that can pull it down.
Right.
And one of those is worship.
As worship. And we were talking about Jehoshaphat. And
right.
last time we spoke about how that his worship became a weapon because, number one, it was worship that was intentional and focused on God. And we asked you the question, who are you worshiping? Hebrews 12 actually tells us in verse 1 and 2 that we are running this race. And how do we run this race? Simply by fixing our eyes upon Jesus, who is the author and perfecter of our faith. And so our worship is directed to Him and Him alone, okay? But also, when we look at that story in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, Jehoshaphat's worship became a weapon because, number two, he mixed his worship with his faith, all right? So when you read that story in verse 13, 2 Chronicles chapter 20, it says, "Now all Judah with their little ones, their wives, their children stood before the Lord. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jahaziel, the son of Zechariah, the son of Benaiah, the son of Jael, the son of Mattaniah, a Levite of the sons of Asaph, in the midst of the assembly. And he said, listen, all of you of Judah, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem, and you, King Jehoshaphat, thus says the Lord to you, do not be afraid nor dismayed because of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's. Tomorrow, go down against them. They will surely come up by the ascent of Ziz, and you'll find them at the end of the brook before the wilderness of Jeruel. All right? You will not need to fight in this battle. Position yourselves, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord who is with you, O Judah and Jerusalem." All right? Do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow, go out against them, for the Lord is with you. So what happens here is they hear about the Ammonites coming. Jehoshaphat is fearful. He begins to pray, inclines his worship towards God. And now the word of the Lord comes forth. And Jahaziel prophesies the word of the Lord. Faith rises in their hearts. And look at how they respond. In verse 18, it says, "And Jehoshaphat bowed his head with his face to the ground. And all Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem bowed before the Lord, worshiping the Lord." So what does that mean? That means that, our worship becomes a weapon of warfare when we worship by faith, and our worship is fueled by faith. And the only way faith is manufactured is when the word becomes flesh and blood. It becomes revelation to us, but it becomes flesh and blood on the inside of us. And faith is actually produced in our hearts. And then our worship is delivered from off this platform of faith. And just looking at the story, babe, it would have been easy for Jehoshaphat and everyone to have been filled with doubt and fear and unbelief. But when the word came, when that prophet prophesied and brought forth the word, when that word came, faith came as well. And you will never be able to pull down strongholds of the enemy if you are worshiping from a heart that's full of fear, doubt, and unbelief. So we are going to declare this together, babe, all right? We're going to say it together, you and me, and those of you out there
Watching.
can maybe repeat it.
Yes.
Here we go. We are a faith people that have a faith covenant with a faith God. And of course, when you worship by faith and set up a platform of faith, your worship becomes a weapon that destroys every work and every plan of the enemy.
So you know, when Jehoshaphat and when the prophet prophesied, he said, don't worry, because the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. So today as you go into your day, it doesn't matter what battle you may be facing, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The battle is not yours, the battle is the Lord's.
That's right. That's
Amen.
right. That's right. And so as we close today, we are declaring that all of us, all of you that are watching, all of us, we are a faith people, and that by faith, we keep moving forward. God bless you.
God bless you.
Moving forward.